Okay, so Einstein said, time and space relative, E equals mc squared, right? Which is energy is matter traveling at the speed of light.
True.
Then we have another guy, Max Planck, father of quantum physics. He says every atom exists by virtue of vibration, right?
Yes.
So this is 200 years of physics. How do we let that factor into our everyday reality today? Nothing. Nothing of it.
Nothing of it.
But that is, within those statements lie a lot of keys. Because one thing you get to understand is that within this mechanism of this body, there is a lot of chemical reactions, but those are preceded by energetic inputs. There's simultaneous difference. That vibration is changing whether you are at ease or dis-ease, right? But what we've seen is almost like this chemical conspiracy of a sort, which is a chemical can be patented, right?
Right.
So if a chemical can be patented, it stands for huge profit.
Sure it does.
If a natural product cannot be patented, it does not stand for huge profit because you've got competition.
Right.
So for a chemical, you'll spend $100 million convincing governments of the world that this is medicine or beneficial for such and such thing. But for a herb, you would not do that.
Right.
So what happens with that is that the only thing being left in the realm of medicine is the chemicals, and all the herbs are being eliminated from the realm of medicine.
It's true.
And not only that, if you take a herb, like I'll give you an example that happened recently, pomegranate juice, some of the makers of it got sued. The Walnut Association got sued. Why? Because they attached a health claim. Right? Now it doesn't take a genius to know that fresh pomegranate juice, not from concentrate, without sugar, is probably better for your heart than Coca-Cola.
Oh, no, without a doubt.
I'm saying maybe it's a possibility.
No, there's nothing in Coca-Cola that's good for the heart.
I don't know. I mean, I've never tried it. I've never tried testing it for heart studies.
Yeah,
I'm not going to comment. You know, it's a brand like any other. But if they claim that it was good for your heart, then they got a warning letter that they have to prove it or go to drug trials with pomegranate juice. I mean, that's what the letter says. Pomegranate juice now has to go through drug trials just like Viagra did, right? And we realize that you can't patent it. So you probably won't come for the drug trials, so you'll stop saying that it's any better than Coca-Cola or anything else. So guess what? We are raising children to be ignorant. We're creating a society where the only thing that will be medicine is chemical.
True.
Right? Everything that your grandmother knew out of her kitchen to make your tummy or your throat better, you've forgotten. Yeah. Now there's a revival of it because the pendulum has swung the other way. They're like, what's going on? This is crazy.
Dependent on drugs.
You take one, you're going to take 10 more to balance the first one. Guess what? That's $1,000 bill a day. Right?
Could be.
That same pill can cost you $1 in some place and it'll cost you, it's crazy.
$100 in the United States, could be. I've seen some drugs that were over $100.
The genetic testing that cost $4,000 that Angelina Jolie got is free in India. Free, zero.
Free.
Yeah.
To anybody?
Not to anybody. If you have high risk of cancer from your family, they'll do a free test for you. Otherwise, you can get the whole profile done for $400.
Oh, really?
$400.
400. Anybody. If I come over there, $400.
Anybody. Now that the patent is gone, if the patent had lived, it would have been $5,000.
Ah.
So that's where we're at.
Yeah.
So somehow in my journey through life, what happened was as follows. I always knew I was going to be a doctor. I grew up as a doctor. My grandparents, they convinced me otherwise. They said, listen, if you go into enterprise, then you don't have to charge everyone who comes in the door as a patient. Wouldn't you like that liberty? Convincing thing from granddad. He actually had a charity hospital in Bangalore. I said, great. They got me into business, engineering, this, that. I studied in Michigan. That's when I first came to the US.
Oh, really?
The University of Michigan.
Really?
Ann Arbor, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
did you graduate from there, that
yeah,
school?
Yeah.
Oh, so you were here 4 years at least.
No, I've been here from the time I was 18 to 36.
Oh, okay.
And then recently I moved back to India to manage the business better.
Okay.
And but what happened with me was, although I did these things, when I went on a path different than what I was meant to do, my health deteriorated. And all through my childhood, every time my health deteriorated, the only thing that helped me was natural medicine. I remember as a kid, I used to get a flu like every month.
Yeah.
And they'd give me antibiotics and they'd just come back the next month. My mom took me to a homeopath. She gave me medicine for a week. I never got that flu again for years.
Yeah.
So it started to show me from all through the journey of life that really natural medicine was the way to go.
Right.
But it was becoming disparate because there's no governing authority in a sense, and it's also been all sort of sidelined as pseudo non-medicine. No one pays attention to it. So while we put all this attention into the area of medicine that can bring huge profits, which is chemical medicine, we started to ignore that other bit. And within that other bit, there were so many sub-disciplines that people would get lost. Like you could go to 5 doctors and get 5 opinions and never know how to reconcile them, because one doctor would say, well, if you want to listen to him, don't listen to me. If you want to listen to me, don't listen to him.
True.
So what I ultimately was led to was to create a service for the whole globe where we would put all these forms of medicine together, right? We would bring in modern scientific inquiry, understanding well that empiricism alone is not science, because when you look at the quantum universe, there is a lot more to science than just possibilities and probabilities.
Right.
But we bring in data from all sorts of areas of evidence globally that we have access to. We don't limit ourselves with any discipline. Like at any time in Biogetica, we've had allopathics, Ayurvedic, homeopathic, Chinese, Tibetan doctors working together, nutritionists working with them. And ultimately, the model we went to was one where we work across the being, going back almost to the E equals MC squared. And how we do that is there is a very definite molecular component, as I said, the raw materials for your body to make what it needs to. Now, most of the world stops there. When people talk about natural medicine, they usually talk about nutraceuticals and supplements. But there is a whole other layer. There is the layer of balancing this terrain so that nutrition can be assimilated. For example, you and your wife have the same diet, but she's deficient in 3 vitamins and you're not. So the issue isn't the food that you're eating together every day. The issue is the fact that her body doesn't absorb it. That's a question of terrain. Now this terrain of the body, they say, comes from 5 elements. This alchemy of 5 elements. One element is fire, for example, and fire is the element that breaks down your food. So if you have too much fire, then you're hungry all the time and sweating.